This is Pack Talk Podcast, episode 110. Today we're talking about dog breed history. And so we thought this was going to be a relevant topic for everybody because when you're seeking a canine companion, it's important to understand the special niche that each breed occupies, why some breeds have certain traits, and how they function, what the function was for each breed, why they were developed originally, how that contributes to their bloodline today. But with that being said, we all have to keep in mind that dogs are still dogs despite their breed. So when we're working with people at Canine Revolution Dog Training, we don't focus too much on the breed individual characteristics, but it is important, at least in my opinion, to understand those characteristics because some breeds might need more things than other breeds. So for example, if you have like a breed that was bred to hunt, that breed is typically going to need more physical and mental exercise than a breed that was not bred to hunt. See what I'm saying? So that's why I think it's important to go through some breeds, understand their background, understand their history, understand any particulars that you might want to be aware of. But dogs all learn the same way, that you still are going to train them essentially the same way. So yeah, that's why this is important. And what we've done in the past at Canine Revolution is we have the AKC Complete Dog Book, which basically has over 220 dog breeds listed in it with their histories. And we know the AKC is not an all-inclusive list of breeds, right? But it's kind of like got some of the major breeds in it. So today we're going to go through some of the most popular and more common breeds. We're not going to go through all of them, obviously. But if you hear us talking about your breed, just understand, think about your dog. Think about if you see any of the characteristics of what they originally bred for, things like that. So anyway, without further ado, before we get started, my name's Chad. I'm the founder of Canine Revolution Dog Training. We have Chris here, who's a professional dog trainer, lead trainer at Canine Revolution Dog Training. We also have Aaron, former teacher, right? Also professional dog trainer at Canine Revolution Dog Training. Chris is former law enforcement, right? Also Citadel alumni, if you didn't know. All right, then
Bulldogs.
We have Ben off to the side, right? Ben's the media guy. Good to go, right? Ben, welcome. All right. All right, so starting off, we're going to start with the Boykin Spaniel. So the Boykin Spaniel was originally created by South Carolina hunters. The small, sturdy, cheerful Boykin Spaniel now beautifully adapts to the dove fields, the duck marshes, and anywhere upland birds populate. Other breeds that contributed to the development of the Boykin Spaniel may include the Chesapeake Bay Retriever and a variety of other spaniels. The Boykin Spaniel was a true regional treasure. It became South Carolina's official state dog in 1985, and now more Boykins can be found in other states than just in South Carolina. So that's kind of your very quick background on the Boykin Spaniel. Obviously bred for hunting, obviously bird hunting. The Boykin Spaniel is versatile. It's a compact, all-around hunting companion built for activity and endurance in both heavy cover and water. So what does that mean? That means that dog might need more mental stimulation, more physical stimulation than a dog that was not bred to be this active and have this much endurance. They have a smaller size, which makes it easy for hunters to lift dogs into the boat after they retrieve, like a duck, for example. And the breed is developed for efficiency and endurance, moving with an air of high spirits and controlled energy. South Carolina, right? All right, they have a section in the book called Living with a Boykin Spaniel. So this is the AKC's interpretation of what living with a Boykin Spaniel is like. The Boykin Spaniel is an amazingly versatile and compact gun dog, tenacious, assertive, enthusiastic, both flushing and retrieving, yet gentle and affectionate at home. So it's a hunting dog that's basically your pet dog, right? So if you're looking for that, this might be a good option for you. Loving, affectionate, fiercely loyal personality is the hallmark of this breed, and Boykins are exquisite family pets. Good to go. As hunting dogs, they have moderate to high energy and do best with active people, especially those seeking companions for sports. So even if you're not hunting, you could probably do some kind of sport with the Boykin Spaniel, like a dog sport. They have a medium-length wavy coat, colored in solid, rich liver, brown, or dark chocolate, possibly with a small amount of white on the chest, requiring only minimal maintenance beyond occasional brushing to prevent mats from forming. So any dog that has, medium or longer hair, you should be brushing that dog out, because what happens is they can get mats on their fur, which basically is the fur gets tangled, and it continues to tangle until it is basically making contact with the skin. And if that tangle of fur is making contact with the skin, it can actually cut off blood flow to that area of the skin and be extremely painful. And at a certain point, mats just have to be shaved out. But if you can keep your dog brushed out, you can prevent that from happening. So that's the background on the Boykin Spaniel, just my 2 cents on the breed itself. You can still have Boykins that aren't any of these things that is in this book, what the AKC is saying. You could have an insecure Boykin, you could have an anxious Boykin, you could have a aggressive or reactive Boykin. A lot of that's going to come down to their genetic makeup, so that's why it's even more important to make sure you're picking one from a good breeder if you're looking for that breed specifically, right? But if you do have one that's anxious, insecure, reactive, all those things can be trained out. And they did mention that a Boykin can be fiercely loyal, right? Which a lot of dogs can be fiercely loyal, but that also comes down to how you're training, how you're interacting with it, getting your engagement done, those types of things. So your training still needs to be the same. We just know that the Boykin was originally bred to be a hunting dog, which for us as trainers, when we're talking to dog owners and people, and for you listening as well, you take that into account. Hey, this dog is bred to be a more active dog, which means that in general, it's going to need more physical activity, more mental activity than a dog that was not bred to hunt or do this type of activity. So if you're an active person, this might be a good breed for you. So any other input on Boykin Spaniel, guys?
I've trained a lot of them. I like them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not partial to the Spaniels, but if I were, definitely would be a Boykin. Team South Carolina, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we are from South Carolina.
Yeah.
It is the state dog.
Yeah.
But, I'm a Doberman guy.
Wow. Yeah, we know.
But I do like Boykins, and they are great dogs in general. Good size, too. Like, they're a smaller size, 40 pounds-ish, so super easy to travel with,
Put them in your lap,
wherever
you need.
And I will say that, like, a aggressive Boykin is less common.
Yeah.
Like, this is a breed where it's actually less common to have those types of traits, but they can still be there. So, in general, really good family pets. All right, Chris, you got the Cocker Spaniel next.
All right. Cocker Spaniel.
Spaniel.
It's the smallest of the sporting spaniels. What? Good.
You got to keep that mic right
there.
right on your lips.
Cocker Spaniel is the smallest of the sporting spaniels. Highly trainable with stamina and intelligence. Cocker Spaniels are known for their strong attachment to people. Today's Cocker Spaniels emerged from a larger Spaniel population during the 1800s in England, which there is an English Cocker Spaniel. The Cocker's North American debut in the show ring was in Massachusetts in 1875. The dogs exhibited were long-backed and short-legged, and Cockers remained so until the 30s when Herman Melenthin's iconic sire, Red Brucey, produced a more up-on-leg down dog with a shorter back, the type that you see today. They work close to the hunter to find, flush, and retrieve game birds. Using their keen sense of smell, they burrow into thick brush and thickets, often too compact for larger spaniel breeds. They are agile workers in hedgerows, but will also work in open prairies and woods. Cockers are capable swimmers and will retrieve game from water. True to their original purpose, they are excellent gun dogs. A strong attachment to their people means that they will want to share your space all the time. They also owe at least some of their good looks to their abundant hair, which will require regular grooming and will, no matter how much you try to control it, end up on your furniture. Right? So that for me, when I'm picking a dog, that's like how much grooming do I need to do? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The more grooming, the less interested.
Yeah, the brushing can, if that's not something that you're into, it can be taxing.
Yeah, for sure.
Know?
Oh, yeah.
Because like a cocker, a good cocker, you definitely got to brush it more than a Boykin because their hair tends to be longer.
And kind of curly and wavy, like around the ears, and all that stuff can get matted. And
Which why they have that hair is to protect the dog when they're hunting through the brush. Like that hair protects them, right? But it also gets everywhere.
Yeah.
And if you take the dog out hunting too, it's going to collect things in its fur, so brushing it after you're hunting, very important.
Yep. Yeah. One thing that stood out to me with them, They work close to the hunter, right? And they also
Yeah.
mentioned that they like to be, you know, with their people and whatnot. So you'll see, like when we talk about hound dogs and stuff like that, people will say some dogs are more known to be more stubborn than others, right? And so like that's one thing you mentioned at the beginning of the podcast. What are the dogs bred for? So there's hunting dogs that are bred to work with the hunter or with the handler, and then dogs that are bred to work independent of the handler.
Right.
And you're going to see those dogs be typically more stubborn, whereas you got the cocker who's bred to work with a hunter.
Yeah.
Right. Going to be more trainable, so to speak.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah,
I
good
definitely
dog.
like a good cocker.
Yeah. Cockers.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Aaron, any input on cockers?
Good dogs.
All right, Aaron, you got the German short-haired pointer up next.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
All
All
right,
right.
give us the details.
So starting with the history, this dog dates back to 1961. So German hunters created this breed to essentially respond to field work, working in the woods, water, being capable of use for all game, whether it's large or small, furred or feathered. So no limitations for this dog.
So like rabbits or like deer.
Yep.
If
Ducks.
it moves,
Yep.
Yeah.
let's go.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Also birds.
Their abilities are to naturally point, retrieve, and track with very little training. This is a dog that also is bred to be inside the home, so interact with the family, things like that. The early short-haired pointers were derived from the old German pointer, the Hanover Hound, an early pointer from Italy, France, and near Spain. So their form and function, they're medium-sized dogs bred to perform under, agile or various circumstances, whether it be weather, so they can have those temperaments in hot days, rainy days. Very agile, quick on their feet. They got a short back that allows for their energy transfer, combined with medium size means the dog can work in it very long without tiring. The deep chest, as opposed to a wide one, allows the dog to slip easily through heavy brush or glide through the water with little resistance. The taut coat will not get caught in the brush, pick up stickers, or hold mud or ice.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
a plus right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. German short hair pointer, very short hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why it was bred to be like that.
Key
'Cause
point.
they're getting muddy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So living with a GSP, you got some things to consider.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah, you definitely do.
So it's not necessarily a breed for a person with a sedentary lifestyle.
Definitely not.
If you're looking for a
Definitely
couch potato, this ain't
ain't
it.
your dog.
This ain't it. All right. And it's not necessarily a one size fits all, of course. They're not all going to be the same level of needs compared to. I'm sure breeding matters. All those attributes. The best owner will understand the prey drive of this breed. And if not used as a hunting companion, they will need someone with an active lifestyle to redirect that energy. Whether it's they go on a lot of bike rides, they go on runs a lot. Swimming,
Fetch.
dock diving, that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like
Dog sports.
yeah. Early training is essential. This is an intelligent breed that learns quickly via observation and consistent training sessions from Canine Revolution Dog Training.
Is that what the book says?
Yeah.
Yeah, the book says that. Yeah, we're nationally recognized.
GSPs need a purpose, and without one, they can become quite destructive if left to their own devices. So this can be extremely challenging in puppies from 6 months to up to 3 years old. So
Oh yeah.
make sure you're getting that work in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, out of all the GSPs that I know, I don't know one that's sedentary at all.
No.
They're
No.
all very active.
Yeah.
They want to do things. They can be a little bit independent, right? Because
Yeah.
I don't think they were bred to hunt with the hunter like a cocker.
Right.
Right. They're bred to be more independent, track things, find things, retrieve things. So they are more independent. Sometimes training can be a little bit stressful because you've got to basically teach that dog to pay more attention to the owner when naturally its genetics are to operate
Everywhere else.
independently on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah, it likes people. I've seen probably one or two GSPs that have some type of aggressive or reactivity, right, that they have to work through. But in general, they're pretty good people dogs, right? Pretty friendly, but that they do like that independent work. So.
Well, one of the key words, bred for endurance. You'll see this in a lot of these
yeah.
dogs, right? Bred for endurance. When I hear that, Like if I'm looking for a dog that's bred for endurance means that dog can go long periods of time. And so like a lot of times, even the ones, this is just across all breeds, the ones we get that have behavioral concerns or issues are usually a symptom of not fulfilling that endurance, right? Not giving them what they need.
Yeah,
so like
sure.
these dogs, you might have like, I don't know, like an English bulldog that you could do short sessions, right? That dog's tired, their energy depletes very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
These dogs do not deplete very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you have got to be active, staying on top of these dogs.
Right. And early training too, to teach them how to harness their energy.
Yeah.
Self-control, impulse control, right? Because these dogs, if you're not doing that energy, they don't know what to do with it, especially if you're not taking care of their energy. They will chew things in the house because they're getting bored.
Yeah.
Right. They don't know what to do. Right. They'll make noise, things like that in the kennel. So you got to train immediately.
Oh yeah.
And have obviously a good bloodline. So again, selecting a good breeder is a must.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. I used to want GSPs real hard because
yeah.
I mean they're cute, they're good looking dogs, you know.
Yeah, they are.
But they require a lot.
It's a lot.
For sure.
But very short coats, so you don't have to brush it like you do a cocker.
True.
So that's a benefit.
Hose them off once a week or so.
You don't even have to hose them off. Everything falls off.
I mean,
They'll roll in the mud puddle. It comes off. That's your bath. Good to go.
They're working in they're heat tolerant, so they're working in different climates, which is nice for getting out there. Of course, safety, health. You got to always be considerate of, but to be able to get out there, like my pity, we're getting early in the morning, we're late at night. I'm sure you could
5
have
minutes in
more
the heat, they're done all day. Right?
Yeah.
This dog's like no factor.
GSPs, they're going.
Yeah.
All right, next dog we're going to talk about is the German wired hair pointer. So similar to the GSP, the short-haired pointer, this one's wire-haired. The wire-haired pointers were originally bred in the 1800s in Germany. They needed the breeders needed to develop a dog that was rugged, versatile, a hunting dog who can work closely with either one person or a small party of people. The breed the Germans desired had to have a coat that would protect the dog when working in heavy cover or in cold water, yet be easy to maintain. The goal was to develop a wired-haired, medium-sized dog to be a close-working, easily trained gun dog that could search for, locate, and point upland game, both feather and fur with equal skill, retrieve waterfowl, be able to track and locate wounded game, be fearless when hunting sharp game such as a fox, and be a devoted companion and pet, and be a watchdog for its owner's family and property. Wire hairs have many roles, right? So kind of just encompassing all that. Hunting, tracking, fearlessly hunting like a prey animal, like a fox is, or predator actually. That's what I meant to say. A fox is a predator animal. So like your birds and your rabbits, those kind of things are prey animals. A fox is a predator. So they needed a dog that could hunt predators as well as prey animals and be a good pet and be a watchdog for the family. Right? So this dog, instead of the German short-haired pointer being bred to be more independent, this dog was bred to be more closely in tune with its hunters, its handlers, its owners, right? So working side by side with them. One thing to keep in mind, the skin, or as far as like how they were bred, they must have strength, they must be athletic, the skin should be tight to the body to resist tearing in thick woods and briars, their coat should be long, harsh, and dense enough to shed water, but not long enough to collect burrs, sticks, mud, and ice. So the wire hair specifically was designed, that coat type was designed to be a protection when they're out in the woods hunting or out in the field hunting. It doesn't collect things in the coat, right? The wire hair, because it's stiff and wiry, protects that dog from things impacting them, right? Mm-hmm. Also, the skin being tight, like the German short-haired pointer, keeps things from puncturing them, ripping them, those types of things while they're working, right? The temperament should be brave and upstanding, unafraid, not aggressive. So again, these dogs are not trained to, be hardcore protective, which means they don't have that aggression typically bred into them. Now you will see some that have the aggressive traits, right? But in general, they were trained or bred to be brave, upstanding, unafraid. But that doesn't mean you're not going to get one that is not anxious, insecure, things like that, right? Along with its intelligence and will, the breed also has the capability to be very creative and somewhat independent. Wire hairs generally are a high energy, high drive, although not hyper breed. So, kind of similar to the German short-haired pointer with its differences. More of a people dog, more of a dog to work alongside people. We got the coat to protect the dog, right? Has a lot of skill sets, hunting, tracking, retrieving, predator hunting, these types of things, which can be very valuable. The wire hair pointers that I've worked with generally have most of these traits. They're pretty responsive to people. They're not as independent as a short-haired pointer, right? Short-haired pointers can be difficult to train sometimes because of that element of them wanting to work away from you. The wire hair pointers generally like being close to you, working right with you. So I do notice that difference. They generally have a lot of energy, but not as much energy as a short-haired pointer, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Right.
Just based on my experience. And in general, you know, for a family, you know, this dog is more chill than a short-haired pointer, right?
Yeah.
Just because they don't have that excessive energy bred into them from their purposes and things like that. So anyway, that's a wire hair pointer. Any other considerations?
No.
All good.
All right, moving on. We got the golden retriever, Chris.
Oh, that's you.
Golden retriever. You saying I am a golden retriever?
Chris is a golden retriever.
Yeah.
I mean, the golden retriever's been the number one spot for many years.
Number one dog?
Yeah, like the number one most popular breed for
Yeah.
many years. A couple of years where it's kind of, but it's consistently been in the top 10.
I mean, I could see Doodles taking over, but
Yeah.
you know.
From
us
the
a
rocky and heather-clad hillsides of Scotland came the athletic, moderately made golden retriever. I actually didn't know that they came from Scotland, so that's pretty cool.
You
You've
learned
been to
something.
I've been to Scotland.
Yeah.
Really
You don't remember it, but you were there.
I was there for a month. I remember half of it.
Wow.
All the British retrievers share much common ancestry, chiefly the old wavy-coated retriever, itself developed largely from the St. John's dog or lesser Newfoundland, combined with British Spaniels and Setters. The origins of the golden retriever are well documented. Best known is the record of Lord Tweedmouth's line, descended from Nouse, the only yellow in a litter of black wavy coats, born in 1864. 2 litters by Nouse, bred with a Tweed Water Spaniel named Belle, started the Tweedmouth line, blended with another Tweed Water Spaniel, a red setter, and a few black wavy or flat-coated retrievers. Goldens have been in the top 10 of all breeds annually since 1976. So they're pretty sought after.
Yeah.
Good temperament was essential, for these dogs were required to work closely both with people and alongside other dogs. The water-resistant double coat with its protective undercoat is an important characteristic. The Golden can be found in shades from very pale to deep red gold. His equable temperament and high degree of willingness to let him work in varied circumstances. While the Golden can be an admirable companion, he is also an active, athletic canine who needs regular exercise, attention, and training, especially in the puppy and teenage stages. Goldens also have excelled as search and rescue dogs, scenting specialists, assistance dogs, guide dogs for the blind, and, of course, as practical companion gun dogs. So a lot of diversity. The same qualities that make the Golden so useful in its original work also fit the breed for these modern uses. I highlighted this little bit here. He can shed profusely. So just keep that in mind.
Lots of brushing with a golden retriever, that's for sure.
As retrievers, Goldens have strong compulsion to fetch and carry. I've got one right now. She's got to pick up pine cones everywhere we go.
Oh, yeah. Mine, too.
Around.
Mine chucks them across the potty lid.
The best source for a golden retriever puppy is a responsible breeder who will be able to supply information on the parent's temperament, working aptitude, and the results of usual examination. So that's important, because just like with any, you should vet breeders, things like that. And I'm not saying we're opposed to rescues, obviously, but being that this is the most popular breed, what comes with that? People that try to profit off of that, right? So you're talking about a lot of people like, oh, I have some Goldens, I'm going to breed in my backyard,
Bad bloodlines.
try to make some money. You know what I'm saying? So now you can
Genetic problems.
They can deviate from what we're talking about here, right? We have definitely, I'd say overall, most of the Goldens that come to us fit the stereotype, right?
Right.
Loving dogs, they like working with people, good temperaments, but
love carrying stuff.
Love carrying stuff.
Got to brush their coat.
Got to brush their coat.
Got to brush the coat.
But we have
everywhere.
We have definitely had some aggressive Goldens for
Oh, yeah.
sure. I mean, I remember. I know Kevin worked one that was
Yeah.
super aggressive.
Right.
And so that can happen. So don't think, hey, I'm just going to get a Golden and it'll be good to go. You know, definitely want a good.
They're not all
reputable
like
breeder.
Chris.
Yeah, they're not all like Chris.
They're all not all like me.
Usually
but
those deviations are because of the deviation from the bloodline.
Sure.
Right? Like Chris said, people are trying to breed to make money. they get 2 dogs that should not be breeding, and they breed them, and now the bloodline is going south, right? And we have behavioral traits that are not generally part of that breed, unfortunately, now with the breed.
I've also noticed, I don't know, I'm not an expert on Goldens. These are my observations, but I believe this is accurate. But you'll see a lot of times the typical golden color, right, like that light gold, and then you'll see another side where like it's a more red. Color. It's like a redder color, right? And so my observation is that those redder ones tend to be more working style, whereas the lighter colors tend to be more bred for show work and stuff. Right. So you'll see them be a little bit on the calmer side, a little less drivey, still retriever for sure, but I've seen people I just want a golden.
The redder ones.
The red ones, and these dogs are ready to get after it.
Yeah.
And
that's a good thing you bring up, because with a lot of breeds, there's a working bloodline bred for what they're originally doing work-wise. Then you got the show lines, which are bred to go to those shows and just look a certain way.
Yeah.
Right?
We have an example of that.
Yeah.
Right now. Yeah. We've got 2 dogs right now that are in training. One's working line, one's show line, and I mean you can tell. I mean they're both puppies. They're both energetic, excited, like to carry things. But you can visibly, if you put them side by side, you can see the differences in their drives to just like one's just always looking to do stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean that does bring up, like, if you wanted like a more relaxed golden, you could go with a show line golden.
Yeah.
If you're looking to do work with it, you could go with a working line golden.
Yeah.
Right. All good points. Aaron, Labrador Retriever.
Oh yeah, another popular one.
Oh yeah.
Not what I had next.
That's not what you had next. What did you have next?
I had American Fox Hound.
Did you? Oh, that's later, Aaron.
That's later.
Wow, that's later.
Get it together.
Okay.
Labrador Retriever.
Okay, give me a sec. Sorry. The Labrador Retriever did not originate in Labrador, but did on the island of Newfoundland. All right, so this breed is a master of many trades, but is essentially a working retriever. So for this reason, the muzzle is the same length as the back of the skull, enabling the gentle handling of game. So making sure that they're not going to puncture it or anything like that, which is...
soft mouth.
Yeah, soft mouth. The neck is long enough to pick up game easily, and the forechest is prow-shaped to break water and ice.
Mm-hmm.
The body is keel-shaped for water stability, and the feet are medium-sized and well-webbed for strong, basically propelling in the water. The 2 coats wrap the body as feathers and down-wrap a duck. And the thick, unique otter tail serves as a rudder.
Mm-hmm.
So they're using that to steer themselves in the water.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, it is the retrieving instinct and the intelligent, friendly, outgoing attitude that gives us the hallmark temperament of the lab. You know, Marley and me style.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They basically are bred in 3 coats, black, yellow, and chocolate. You may find breeders who concentrate on bloodlines for either field work or show competition, just like we were talking about with the Goldens.
Yep.
Dogs from field lines tend to be lighter built and more energetic. So living with a lab, you got to take those things into consideration. What line are you getting?
Yep.
Nevertheless, it's a serious obligation. Their labs across the board are energetic, devoted, intelligent, and enthusiastic. But they need to be, or they want to be, included in family activities. So family walks, family gatherings, whatever it may be.
Big
that
family
socialization.
Leg days.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good boat
They
dogs.
love swimming. They love swimming.
They are willing learners and easily trained by Canine Revolution dog training and
Another
have
plug.
sweet and loving dispositions. They are not suited for protection or guard duties. To
Debatable.
add, yeah.
Depends on the lab.
Yeah.
I've seen some.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I know
generally.
Yeah.
They add a well socialized, healthy lab to your family. Seek a reputable breeder with an interest in helping you understand the breed. The lab's popularity is increasing, and just like we talked about with the retrievers or the Goldens, unethical breeders, their biggest concern is the monetary value. Be patient and do your research before making the commitment. Lab puppies are mouth-oriented, so they can do damage to almost anything.
Beards can confirm.
Yep.
They'll latch onto a beard real quick.
Doors, you know.
Baseboards.
Yeah, oh yeah. Adolescent puppies are strong and need consistent leadership from their owners, as well as obedience training from Canine Revolution dog training and exercise. The lab's favorite activities are retrieving and swimming, and the short, dense coat requires little grooming, beyond regular brushing.
Plus
However, that coat does go through twice a year at least, deep sheds. So get a Roomba. And
It might clog the room.
It might.
Yeah, oh, it will, definitely.
Yeah, you know, but just have it on a cycle.
Yeah.
This breed is disposed to overeating, so labs can quickly become overweight.
Obese.
Most of them do love eating.
Oh
They
yeah,
love
yeah.
eating,
They don't
bro.
self-regulate.
So the owners
not at all.
need to monitor food intake. You don't just get an auto feeder. You don't just fill up the bowl. You know. And provide regular exercise.
Some labs that come to us, you can't get the bowl in the kennel.
Oh, yeah.
It's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. So
100%.
little bit of work with the labs. Good
Yeah.
family dog.
Yeah. Well, I will say, in general, based on my experience, the black labs that we've dealt with are generally, for some reason, the black ones are the ones that end up with reactivity or aggression problems.
I've never realized that, but yeah, that's true.
For some reason, it's like the people that are breeding the black labs, somehow the black labs are the ones that get the aggression or reactivity in the bloodline.
Yeah.
The yellow labs are the ones that grab Chris's beard.
Yeah. That's true.
But the yellow labs, at least in general, I feel like the yellow labs tend to have less hyperactivity than
Kind
the
of a
black or
calmer
chocolate
temperament.
labs. And chocolate labs are kind of 50-50 in my opinion. Like some of them are more chilled out, some are super energetic. But for some reason, the black ones are the ones that always end up with the aggression or the reactivity problems.
There are like English labs too that tend to stick more to the they're
bigger.
They're the thicker dogs.
They're bigger.
I think they're probably more prone to obesity, but they seem to be calmer overall than the Lab Retriever.
But overall, great dogs.
Oh yeah,
Great for a family, and they can be super active, you know. So good to go. Let's see. Next up, we got the Vizsla. The Vizsla was 1,000 years ago bred.
Oh, ancient.
All right, with nomads before they settled into Hungary.
Wow.
Hungary, however you say that. All right.
Hungry.
All right. The Vizsla was built to cover fields with proficiency and grace. It's a hunting dog, right? Bred to hunt birds of the feather. Okay, with its owners. Medium-sized, short-haired sporting dog of rust gold color that conveys elegance and readiness. The Vizsla appears balanced in height and length. The Vizsla covers ground effortlessly with smooth movement and strong reach and drive. In the field, the Vizsla is a swift and careful hunter with a superb nose and the best traits of a pointer and retriever. At home, the Vizsla exhibits a demeanor that is gentle, sweet, and sensitive. The Vizsla will thrive as an active member of the family. This breed is a great choice for someone wanting an athletic and active dog who will become a significant part of his or her life. The Vizsla is a poor choice for someone wanting a dog who is expected to be content with 2 meals a day, a soft bed, and a walk around the block. Vizslas require physical and mental exercise on a daily basis. The Vizsla is a short-haired dog, requires little to no grooming. The owner should be willing to commit to daily walks, hikes, hugs, and kisses. I don't agree with that. Mixed with positive training from Canine Revolution Dog Training and socialization. Given proper exercise, training from Canine Revolution Dog Training, and interaction, the Vizsla will be an amazing companion. So overall, you know, it's an active dog. It's a working dog. It's going to go retrieve things, right? So part of that genetic makeup. So you will need to be aware that these types of dogs will need more mental, physical stimulation, right? Now, the reason why I said I don't necessarily agree with daily hugs and kisses is because I don't believe that we need to anthropomorphize dogs, but you can do that with your dog from time to time.
When you have all the other things in place.
Right. After you get your training done.
Right.
Right.
Then you can kiss them.
Aaron?
You can kiss them.
All right, Chris, you've trained a lot of Vizslas. Any other input on Vizslas?
I mean, I feel like a lot of Vizsla owners, maybe it's just out there. I don't know. That it's like they have a stigma for being difficult dogs.
Really?
I don't know if you guys have ever heard that. Every owner I pick the dog up, they're like, "Oh, well, it's a Vizsla, You know what I'm saying? If you work with them before, I'm like, yeah. I mean, I've not the ones that I've trained. I'm not trained a ton of them, but I have done a few of them. I mean, they're very trainable. I mean, I think you mentioned some scent work stuff. I noticed the more a dog is bred for scent work, the harder engagement can be, So like competing with all of the smells and everything, making yourself more valuable than those things can be a little bit difficult. But I think you start with a proper foundation, put the right amount of reps in.
Yeah.
It's just like any other dog.
Yeah.
I've not had any major issues with the Vizslas I've done.
I think they're good dogs.
Yeah.
I can't really think of any highly aggressive ones or anything that I've dealt with in general. That tends not to be in the bloodline, but they are very active. To me, they're kind of like a German short-haired pointer. They can be super active.
Yeah.
So, all right, moving on. We've got the Weimaraner with Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Good dog.
Story of the Weimaraner begins in the dense, game-rich forests of central Germany. Several breeds were used to create the Weimaraner, and its distinct type emerged around the turn of the 19th century. Originally, this all-purpose hunting dog was used on boar, bear, and deer, but is a big game populations. So we're hunting.
I mean,
big.
that's serious game.
Yeah.
Boar, bear.
We ain't talking about little rabbits.
Right, we're talking about serious
talking
game.
about powerful animals.
Right.
Right.
Those things will jack you up, too.
Yeah. At a certain point, they did make the transition to smaller mammals and birds. Ownership was strictly limited.
So they transitioned them.
Yep. So probably just as populations.
That's
of
originally
animals
what they started as, and then they switched them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Ownership was strictly limited to the ruling class, and specimens of the breed were closely held and greatly prized. It was not until 1929 that the first Weimaraners reached U.S. shores. In the 50s, the Weimaraner became the dog de jour and was proclaimed the new wonder dog. Outlandish claims of super hunting prowess, uncanny intelligence, and trainability overpopularized the Weimaraner. As time passed, reality reasserted itself, and today the Weimaraner holds its rightful place as a versatile hunting breed, an excellent companion, and dog sport competitor. Webbed feet allow the Weimaraner to swim with ease. Weimaraners are strong animals with stamina and a desire to work and play for long stretches of time. So here we go. We're talking about endurance, right?
Right.
Being a big, active, intelligent hunting breed, the Weimaraner is not for owners who are frail of body or spirit. Weimaraners need exercise. That's like in all caps. Exclamation point right there. There must be an outlet for all their energy, and they prefer exercise they can do with you. The short, sleek coats wash out and dry quickly, making baths a minor chore. That's a plus side for me. That's why I highlighted that.
100%.
Weimaraners' high energy and intelligence make training a must. A well-trained Weimaraner is a delight to live with, but an untrained one is akin to a canine demolition derby. Right?
Wow.
Which can confirm that. I've
Yeah.
trained a good bit. We've
Trained a lot of Weimaraners.
trained a bunch of them.
Wow, a lot of Weimaraners.
But yeah, endurance is the biggest thing, and then they're going to be more of the hunting with hands. So like a lot of times with the hunting, the big game stuff, you're usually with the handler, less of the independent work stuff. So
well, that's interesting. They originally bred them to hunt the bigger game, the boar and the bear, and then transitioned the bloodline to the smaller bird game, which makes sense with today's Weimaraners, because generally if you're training like the big predator type game, the dog's going to need to be more aggressive, right?
Sure.
And a lot of Weimaraners today don't have that aggressive trait.
Yeah.
In general, of course, we have outliers, but in general, right, they're not going to have that aggressive trait. So today's bloodlines, we're seeing the makeup of the bird hunting dogs,
Right.
not the predator hunting dogs.
Yeah.
Because we have other dogs like the Great Dane, which we'll get to, which was bred specifically for large game, dangerous game.
Yeah.
And then we have a lot of Great Danes today that have that aggression in them, which is part of that original purpose,
Yeah.
you know? All right, moving on. We've got the American Fox Hound now with Aaron. Now it's the
Moving to the
Now we're
hounds.
ready.
Yeah,
We're in the
you're
hound
ready to
dogs.
get to the hound group.
Well, the reason is because I feel like you gave this to me for a reason.
What? The Fox Hound?
Yeah.
Why you got a Fox Hound?
Nope.
You were just next on the list, Aaron.
Let me believe otherwise.
Okay.
Okay. Because they are brought from England
Oh.
to, can you guess where?
Massachusetts,
Maryland.
Maryland. Oh.
By good old George Washington.
Oh, there we go.
To hunt, can you guess? Foxes.
Nice.
The red fox in
Need some
specific.
of those around here,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah. Well, it may be tough
We got
because
some down the
they're
road.
rare. It's a rare breed nowadays.
Well, we trained one recently.
Yeah.
Kevin did, actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And they were like, it's a Fox Hound. You know, the owners were like,
oh, I'm
this
sure
is
they
a
want to
Fox
believe.
Hound.
I'm sure
Right.
they want to believe, but there's very limited breeders. Very limited.
Might have to look into this.
I'm
Yeah.
sure there's mixes. There's mixes running around there, you know.
It
Oh,
was
that's-
so
that-
much
Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah.
that it was basically at the bottom of the AKC breed list.
Really?
The breed itself. So they're developed to hunt the swift, clever red fox. These dogs are built for speed. Their running gear, as the breed's standard notes, calls for long legs and strong muscled hips and thighs for abundant propelling power.
You got to be fast to get that fox, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're fast.
Not that I know anything about
Oh.
foxes, but
He
I'm
knows.
just telling you.
Right.
We've seen them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've seen a few. So with this, essential to find a reputable breeder if you're
Mhm.
looking for a specific American Fox Hound. Since
Mhm.
they are rare,
Mhm.
you may have to look hard and wait a little bit for the puppy, you know, because again, you got a good
Right.
breeder's going to have a wait list,
Right.
you know.
Yep.
We
Right.
talk about that. But if it's that breed's in your heart, worth the wait,
Mhm.
you know. So you essentially want to look for a puppy in this breed that is bred and raised in a home. Some breeders keep hounds outdoors or in a pack situation.
Mhm.
Puppies coming from this environment sometimes have difficulty adapting to life of a typical house pet. So, you know, making sure you want your dog to come inside, it needs to be exposed to that environment because I'm pretty sure when George Washington was around, they were just like, yeah, they can go outside.
They were on the
you
campsite
know?
with 'em,
right,
you know?
right. You know,
Yeah.
so that's in their line
Yeah.
at this point. They're born to run, and they need a lot of exercise. I think we're noticing a trend with
Oh, yeah.
exercise. You know.
Most of these dogs that
Yeah.
were working dogs.
Now, with that
Originally.
being said, apartment dwelling is certainly a possibility
Mm.
as long as the owner is committed to taking long, fast walks or even a run. Since they enjoy working in packs, they're easygoing and amiable. They're happy to share a space with other dogs, even other kind of pets like cats, rodents, hedgehog.
Wow.
Yeah. But with that being said, you want to make sure that you have training in place to control those impulses from Canine Revolution dog training.
Definitely.
Chris would like this. Their short hair and their hard coats require very light brushing.
Win.
You know.
That's a win.
Yeah. However, foxhounds have a stubborn, independent nature, which
There
can
you
make
go.
training, you know, you need patience.
We reached the hound group now.
Yeah.
We're in the hound
You
You're
group.
about to
need
see stubborn a
patience.
lot.
You need time. This book specifies you may need more than one obedience class.
Yeah. You know what I'd say to that? No shit.
Yeah.
And then an indicator of, you know, they're scent hounds. So off-leash work from Canine Revolution, very important.
Yep.
Because if they pick up a scent, they're going to follow it. They're going to go. And you need to have a good recall,
100%.
respect, relationship work in
Communication.
place to make sure that when you tell that dog to come, it's going to leave that scent.
Oh, yeah.
These hound dogs, they go to a different place.
Yeah.
When they start smelling,
Oh, yeah.
they're in a different realm.
Oh, yeah. It's a
Yeah.
big competing motivator.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
So making sure that off-leash work is on point from Canine Revolution,
Yeah.
I mean, is
So
essential.
you're good to go.
So you're good to go.
Yeah. Very,
good dog.
very interesting breed for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like how it's the fox hunter specifically. So, moving on to the next breed, we got the Basset Hound.
Oh, yeah.
Basset Hound.
Now we're talking.
The word basset is taken to mean low set in French and is a size classification within certain French and Belgian breeds. Basic ideal for the Basset Hound remains the same. First, a hunting hound who can perform in the field, and second, a great companion who is sometimes a comical family dog that people love and trust around their children.
That is 100% true.
I have seen an aggressive Basset before.
Oh, yeah.
though.
Yeah.
But that's not the standard.
I was
Usually
saying comical side.
they're low, saggy skin, floppy eared dogs whose ears they trip on.
Yeah. Yeah. Legit.
Yeah.
And
Sometimes need ponytails.
And I will say, I haven't even finished reading the section here, but the grooming considerations, they got wrinkles. You got to clean those wrinkles out.
Ears.
Ears, you got to clean those
They
ears
just
out.
scoop the dirt.
Yeah, they got short hair, so that's like minimal brushing, but you got a lot to clean on this
Oh,
puppy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
You
when
know
they
what I'm saying?
trip on their ear and that ear
Yeah.
gets
Right.
a waffle of that dirt
Yeah.
on
Oh,
the
yeah,
side
then
of
they
it.
scratch their ear because they tripped on it. Yeah.
Yeah. They go into the water bowl, both ears
Oh,
right
yeah,
in the water.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
So
shake
then
it
you
off.
got soggy
Yeah.
ears.
You're talking
Oh,
slobber.
yeah.
You're talking
Right.
slobber. You're talking a messy
Slobber.
dog.
I
Hey.
mean, we're talking about a fun dog, too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Blast.
The Basset Hound was bred for the purpose of hunting small game slowly, on foot,
He ain't
over.
moving too That one got Ben good.
And the Basset Hound is not a fast hunter. The purpose of hunting small game slowly, on foot, over and through difficult terrain. That means they're just navigating, you know. The notable physical characteristics that aid the accomplishment of this function are the very heavy bone of their short, powerful legs, their loose skin, which protects against injury, and their very long ears, which aid in trapping the scent. So if you didn't know that, what's pretty interesting is the long floppy ears, what they actually do as the hound is sniffing things and going along his trail. These ears flapping, right, picking up things off the ground, moving the air, they actually are improving the scent trail. That's what the original purpose is behind big floppy ears. All right. If you want a Basset Hound, you should not make that decision lightly. After all, you can reasonably expect a puppy to quickly grow into an adult and be with you for the next 10 to 12 years.
Good.
The Basset Hound doesn't require a great deal of special care. They're pretty much a wash and wear type of hound. A nail trim on a regular basis, along with a good cleaning of the ear folds and a bath every so often, will keep them happy and pleasant to be around. A diet of good quality dog food, aka raw, and mild exercise, and an annual vet checkup for required vaccinations should round out their maintenance schedule. And that's the Basset Hound.
Yeah.
Well, we got
I mean,
considerations.
I will
Chris
say-
just trained one.
That
I did.
ear, that ear in the raw food.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then
Yeah,
they
yeah.
eat their ear.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you can do what Chris did. You can get like a hair scrunchie
I had to borrow one from Aaron.
and scrunchie their ears
Scrunchie their
back
ears
like
back.
a ponytail.
Yeah.
to
But you
keep
got to
it
get
out
him
of-
used to that, too.
He
That's
looked
kind
like
of
he
weird.
was ready for
Well,
an
that's just
80s
the training
Zumba
thing.
class.
Yeah.
That's
right,
just
right,
a
right.
training
Just
thing.
for my training sessions and
Yeah.
stuff. But I will say this. On the diet note, I have seen a lot of fat Basset Hounds.
Oh, yeah.
Not good for the like the way that their bodies are formatted.
No,
You
no.
put all that belly weight on that spine. Not good.
They're dragging.
I tend to, when I train them, I tend to prioritize when I'm doing obedience to prioritize the down over the sit, like long periods of time. And that sit could strain their back a little bit too.
Mhm.
So little considerations there, but
Good
freaking
consideration.
Fun dogs.
Fun dogs.
Fun
Good
dogs. Just did one shout out to Winston. He was a little stubborn.
I like some
Tester.
Winston.
You know, he liked to get off of his spot and get into the chair and sit in the chair sometimes. You know, but what are you gonna do? I mean, he's a Basset.
Well, also shout out to our friend Abby. She's got a nice Basset if you don't
Yeah,
know her.
yeah.
Tracker the
Bassets are
Basset
good.
on Instagram is his Instagram.
Yeah.
Ben's seen him. He's a good Basset.
Like some Bassets.
Yeah, that used to be Ben's #1 breed he wanted.
I took Winston out to the farmer's market. His heavy distraction. He's in the car. He's hanging out. He's chilling. He's snoring. I open the door. I tell him out. Like within half a second, he's out.
Oh, yeah.
He
He
starts
got
howling
excited.
at everybody.
He got
Well,
excited.
I was at the market when Winston was there.
Yeah.
And Downstate was on point.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He got a little too comfy.
Yeah.
And he just
Yeah.
starts playing with his ears
Yeah.
on the ground. He's
Playing
rolling
with his
around.
ears?
Yeah.
He's trying to catch his
Playing
ears
'em.
on the side.
Yeah, he was having a good
He's
time.
having a grand old time.
Oh, yeah.
But his walkthrough, he's on point.
He was good.
Oh,
to
yeah.
You know?
Good
He's a good
Basset.
dog.
Good
Oh, yeah.
Basset. All right, moving on. We got the Bloodhound with Chris.
Here we go. Now we got another hound dog.
We're in the hound group right now.
The Bloodhound, so legend has it, traces back to the black St. Hubert hounds and the white Talbot hounds of the Middle Ages. So we're talking way back.
Old school.
William the Conqueror was said to have transported bloodhounds to Britain in the 11th century, and then British colonists brought them to America from there. Bloodhounds were and still are prized by law enforcement and search and rescue personnel for their ability to follow a cold trail and to discriminate one scent from many.
You know why? Because they got those long ears like the Basset, so it's
Yep.
flopping up that scent trail.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know?
And I mean, I can confirm this week. I mean, the county sheriff's office that I worked next to when I was in law enforcement, they had a Basset Hound, and I mean,
You mean a Bloodhound?
a Bloodhound.
Yeah.
Bloodhound. Sorry.
You're thinking about Bassets.
I'm still on the Bassets.
Winston.
They had a Bloodhound. I mean, like most law enforcement agencies, we use German Shepherds, Malinois, that kind of stuff and they can track, you know. But these dogs, different. Like
train
they could
them up.
Talk about a cold trail, or we had kids that sometimes kids would just wander away from the school, right? Like elementary school kids just wander off into the woods, and like hours go by, right? And like the Malinois and stuff couldn't pick up those trails or struggled to, and these things, bam, right on it. You know what I'm saying? Or showing them an article of clothing, or you know, getting them the scent of that. They could be right on that.
Good old
So,
Bloodhound.
real good tracking dogs.
Mm-hmm.
The Bloodhound job description requires a strong and resilient hound with endurance to, there we go, there's that word again. Endurance to trail in all weather on all terrain, from rugged mountains to paved parking lots. You wouldn't think, if you've seen one, they're a bigger dog. You know, you would think they would tire pretty quickly. These things can go. Nose, wrinkles, ears, even the notorious slobber all serve to enhance scenting ability. you're going to deal with some slobber.
Oh yeah.
The Bloodhound's
100%.
stubborn, independent temperament, there it is, an asset for a working hound, which will challenge an owner who does not appreciate this personality and provide ample positive training. If you're looking for you trying to train and you want these quick results, this ain't the dog.
This
for you.
dog's going to take repetitions.
Yeah.
100%.
Because the Bloodhound is so determined and nose-driven, any yard must be securely fenced, or you can get some training from
Off-leash
Canine Revolution
training.
dog training.
Off-leash training, good to go.
Bloodhounds are active and energetic, especially as youngsters, and require regular exercise to be good family members.
Good dog to do like search and rescue with.
Yeah.
You can do that as a civilian. You know, you can train them up. You can volunteer. You could also do some kind of scent dog sport. You could also make up scent games in your own yard. You know, by yourself with your dog to kind of. That's one thing about the breeds is when you know a breed has certain characteristics like the Bloodhound scent work.
Yeah.
You can then formulate some of your mental exercise to fulfill their instinctual need of wanting to use their scent.
Yeah.
So, very, very good to go. Great dogs. They can be difficult to train sometimes because of that independence. All right, Aaron's got the wiener dog.
Dachshund.
Dachshund.
All right,
The
so
wiener. Nothing like a good wiener dog.
getting a little small here. So
only on the outside.
right on the
Small wiener.
inside, no, not at all, not at all.
Small
we got
wiener.
Small wiener.
okay, guys.
Big things come in small packages.
All right, getting carried away. Bred to hunt
I've
badger.
seen some big wieners though. I've seen some real big wieners. It's usually like a Basset wiener cross. Are you guys thinking about other things? Because I'm talking about dogs.
No, I was 100%
Yeah.
talking about the Dachshund.
I'm just trying to read. You're
I'm
you're
talking
getting
about
into my
wieners.
report.
trying to move us along.
Aaron's thinking something else. I'm talking about wiener dogs.
Wiener
No.
dogs.
All right, Aaron.
Okay.
Sorry.
Bred to hunt badger. Okay.
Badger.
Yeah, which is a ferocious game.
Yeah. That ain't
Like
no joke.
I mean, the wiener dog goes into a hole,
Oh yeah, those
Right?
videos are cool.
goes into a hole, gets a badger. You know what
Yeah.
the hell?
Comes out,
yeah.
dashing it all over
Oh,
the
Dude,
place.
they get after it.
Yeah.
They get
Yeah.
after it. So be ready
This is my retirement
if you're
dog.
getting a wiener.
This is it's on the list. 100%.
They also love because they like going into
Are
holes.
you want to do this one?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Save it
ahead.
for the end. Save it. Let her get through it first.
You want to do it? You assigned it to
I love me a good wiener.
Okay.
I love me a good wiener.
Just making sure. So the small Dachshund is basically a descendant of the Basset because it
Dachshund.
sits so low.
Dachshund.
Sorry.
Dachshund.
Sorry, guys. Whatever.
Continue.
Okay.
Probably from Germany.
Used for hunting in the as early as the 16th century.
I mean, these are important dogs,
Mm-hmm.
and their size too. You can put them in your pocket.
Here he goes again.
sometimes.
He's going
Yeah.
off again. Let
The
her do
low
it.
Which
stature,
they like being
keen
in
nose.
pockets.
I'm just going to talk over him.
Yeah.
And outturned feet characteristics of the specimen suggest the ancestry with the Basset. All right, but no other hound goes to the
Basset
ground that
connection.
low along the line. They must have been infused of terrier blood. So mixing the two.
Good specimen.
Right. The wiener dog.
Nice.
I mess up the words. So
That's all right.
We got
Dachshund.
we got her to come
We
over.
just say wiener dog
Yeah.
because that's how everybody knows them.
Lost
It's a
has
wiener dog.
no determination of the ancestor over the years. They come in two sizes, standard and miniature. The original purpose in breeding miniatures was to create a very small wiener dog, which
Long-haired
which-
and short-haired options too. Am I? Oh, sorry. Sorry.
we got to muzzle this guy.
he should have just taken this one. I mean,
She is pissed. I'm going to
He
turn
said-
off my mic.
he sends me the list. He's taking over the list. Okay.
Wait till we get to Doberman.
I'll cut him off.
That one's on me.
No.
That's my dog to talk about.
All right. Anyways, the miniature wiener dog was made to or bred to get the rabbit population in Germany in the 1800s.
Also could be good for rats.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
The first miniature
Pissing her off.
was exhibited in 1934 in the U.S.
Good God.
All
This
right.
is a historic breed.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Historic.
The miniature
talking 1500s,
Dachshund has grown steadily in popularity. They have 3 coat varieties: smooth, long-haired, and wired-haired.
I forgot about the wires.
Yeah. Nah. I like me a smooth wiener.
Less common. Less common.
I'm
The wire-haired is relatively new in development, and their tough coat was developed to protect him as he trailed game through the thickets and dense undergrowth in the forests.
Oh, yeah.
So living with a wiener.
We're gonna have to edit this whole.
No.
segment.
It's raw. we want it raw.
I He should have just taken this.
Aaron, continue.
Chad,
we want to know
Chris,
about it.
Chad.
We want to know about the wiener.
All right. Prospective wiener dog owners should consider coat type, grooming size, temperament, and exercise and training needs. When selecting a puppy, look for a healthy, outgoing, bright-eyed, energetic, inquisitive individual. A wiener dog, whether standard or miniature, is well suited to be a house dog. His size enables him to fit comfortably in a house or even an apartment, but this does not preclude him from being quiet in the home.
That is a fact.
Given the environment of his hunting ancestors, he basically was in the fields or forest at all times.
Yeah.
So got to consider that
He's
when
a
you're
working
bringing
guy.
a dog into an apartment or a condo, townhome, some noise complaint potentials if you're not getting those needs met.
Wieners like to be active.
Wiener dogs are clever, alert, playful, and affectionate, but they're also independent little critters who have a mind of their own.
Little critters. They call them little critters. That's funny.
To the point of being downright stubborn. So we're
Oh, they
noticing
can
a
be.
trend in
They're
this
definitely-
in this
They can
hound
be.
family.
Yeah,
you know?
they're definitely
They
stubborn.
wieners can definitely be stubborn.
But this is where training is essential from Canine Revolution dog training, making sure the reps are in. No one else is going to put that time in, to the wiener.
Got to train your wiener.
Sorry,
We are. We're home.
I'm
We're
good.
home.
I'm good.
We're listening to Aaron.
He can't keep his composure. Yeah. Wiener dogs will try to outwit the owners, but in the
Definitely.
long run, they will comply because they have a desire to please.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
We can't get through
He
this one.
just
We
want
get it.
he chose to cover
Yeah.
this dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they're good dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're making jokes. These
They're
are
good
damn
dogs.
good dogs.
Well, I'm
So-
thinking about other things.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. We
Anyways.
know. We know where your mind's at.
So grooming considerations, you get the shorter coat, less grooming. You want to make sure it's
Smooth.
clean. Longer haired, you have grooming. Owners, with it being small, owners could learn to do grooming on their own. But it's all of a preference. But always want to go to a professional groomer like Canine Revolution's professional groomer. So
Dude, I love freaking wiener dogs.
Yeah.
I love wiener dogs.
But I grew up with a wiener. You guys remember Mowgli?
Well, he was
He was
partial.
not purebred,
He's partial wiener.
but he
Partial wiener.
definitely had the wiener.
He had the
in him.
wiener traits in him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now let me tell you something. If you're somebody that likes cuddle time with a dog,
Oh,
or
this is
sleeping
a
in
dog.
the bed,
This is a dog.
this dog wants to burrow under the blankets.
That's what I'm saying. It's
This
a burrower.
dog- yeah. So this is your sleep in the bed dog.
But he'll also get after it because he was bred to hunt badgers.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah.
I want to get after it at the end of the day. I want to cuddle
Oh, yeah.
up at nighttime. Yeah. This
Oh, yeah.
will be my retirement dog.
If I got a wiener dog, I'd get a black and tan one because it's got that Doberman look.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which when Bane was a puppy, I remember we were at the beach. He was a tiny puppy. There was a dude with a wiener dog. He's like, "We have the same dog." I was like,
Chad's
"This ain't a
pissed.
wiener dog."
He's like, "No,
"Yeah."
this is Doberman."
Oh yeah. I like me a good wiener.
Yeah.
So the same thing with the Basset because they're related. The down more important than a sit because they're long.
Yep.
They're
Yeah.
long back.
definitely
Mhm.
have back considerations. People tend
Yep.
to want to pick them up.
Mhm.
And even picking up because they're so small, picking them up if you're not handling them properly can cause spine issues, right? So
Want to have a good chiropractor.
yeah.
Want to
Yeah.
have a
Fat-
good doggy
Fat
chiropractor.
wieners, not
Not
good.
good to have a fat wiener.
See a lot of that.
You want a in shape
You want
wiener.
a slim,
Yep.
smooth coated
Yeah.
wiener.
Yep.
That's perfect. That's a good dog right there.
Jesus.
Oh, all right, we got to move on.
Moving on. Moving on. If you like a good wiener, leave us a comment. All right. Also, that made me think I meant to tell you,
We
Ben.
can't move on.
I meant to tell you. Have you guys ever seen those prank videos on like YouTube or social media where it's like, "Hey, look at that cake," and the guy's walking past a chick, and he's like, his buddy's behind the chick, and he's got like a piece of cake, and the guy's like, "Hey, look at that cake," and the chick thinks he's talking to her
About her
know.
butt.
I've seen buns.
About what?
Look
About
at the,
her
look at
butt?
those buns.
about whatever, or
Yeah.
whatever. They'll say
Like,
something.
oh,
weird.
let me get some of them buns.
Right, something like that.
And they're like, what?
So you know what I was thinking?
Oh, I'm already tracking. I like
know
it.
what I'm
I'm
thinking.
endorsing it.
One
like
of
it.
us is walking past somebody, and
Yep.
it could be, it doesn't matter if it's a girl or a dude, but we walk past, "Look at that wiener.
Hey, nice wiener, sir.
Nice wiener," right? And the guy's like,
Yeah.
"What the hell?" And then it's
Yeah.
Chris behind the guy with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
wiener dog. Yeah, and
Hey,
we pet the wiener.
Can
Let
I
me
pet
stroke
your
that
wiener?
wiener.
Can I pet your
Let
wiener?
me stroke that wiener,
Oh
you know?
my
Ben's going to have to do a lot of work on this podcast.
We've got to do it. We got one.
Hey, we'll
Murphy.
call. Yeah. Or Freddie. We got
or
Freddie too.
Ooh.
They would definitely do it.
And Freddie will bite your ass. Sarah.
He won't bite my ass.
Sarah would love that.
Yeah.
Sarah would love that, dude.
Yeah, she would do it.
Oh yeah, we're doing it. Ben, write it down.
Yeah,
write
put it
down.
on the list.
Yeah.
April Fool's.
Ben scratches.
Oh, April Fools.
Yeah, sir, can I pet your wiener? April Fool's, right? 'Cause that's perfect.
Write it down. Don't forget it.
This has been talked about before.
All right, we got it. All right, next up, Irish Wolfhound.
Nice.
Irish Wolfhound is an ancient breed of the Greyhound family whose origins are veiled by the mists of time. Julius Caesar is said to have returned to Rome from his excursion to the British Isles with a pair he displayed in his victory parade. Originally bred to hunt by sight, Irish Wolfhounds retain this instinct and naturally engage in the chase, but they are also devoted to their human families and protective of their people more than property. The old adage, gentle when stroked, fierce when provoked.
Y'all can't even say strokes now?
Remains true to today.
You can't go into that right after we're talking about the wiener dog.
Oh, my God.
These are big dogs.
Yeah.
If you've never seen one, they're pretty big.
I almost got one.
As a sight hound, the Wolfhound was bred for speed and strength. It is often said of the Wolfhound that he must be fast enough to catch a wolf and strong enough to dispatch it. Despite being bred to hunt, the mature Irish Wolfhound is a wonderful house dog and a terrific companion of young and old alike. All right, so that's kind of the quick and easy on the Wolfhound. Bred for hunting, right? They do have like a wiry type coat in general. Excuse me, which like the other wide-haired dogs was for protecting them as they're doing different things, moving through different terrain, things like that. So, but these are very large dogs, and again, because they were bred to hunt, you got that exercise aspect, that mental, physical stimulation. Also, it's part of the Greyhound family, which is a running dog, right? An endurance type dog. So you got to take that into consideration as well. But because they're so large, you also have to consider how much space they're taking up in your house if you're deciding to get one, So, good to go.
Good stuff.
Like
All right.
these.
Moving on, we got the Plott Hound with Chris.
What?
Plott Hound. Remember that one?
I skipped
You
that
missed
one.
that one? You need me to cover it?
No, I got you.
I've trained a lot of Plott Hounds in my
Yeah.
day.
We know.
You need me to cover? I got it right here. You need me to cover?
No,
Okay.
I got it. The Plott is a unique American-born
Nice.
American-born hound breed, the sole member of the Coon Hound family that does not trace its ancestry to the English Fox Hound. Right, so this is made in America right here. You want a hound dog that's in America? Get you one of these. All right. In fact, it doesn't trace its ancestry to England at all. All right. They used to use these basically to run and bay black bear. So we're talking big game, right? I know.
Also boar.
Yeah, big animals. Now I know a lot of people use them for like coon hunting nowadays.
They probably still use them for boar hunting, obviously.
Probably.
Or most likely for like hog hunting.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In Texas, probably.
Texas.
What do you think, Aaron?
Probably.
Texas?
Probably.
The Plott is a tight, balanced dog who must be athletic to hunt hard and fast for raccoons and night hunts. There we go. There's the coon hunting.
Yep.
As well as being quick and agile enough to bay a bear to the point that the bear takes refuge in a tree. I mean, that's something there, to have the ability to get a bear to back down and
Get
go
it up in a tree and hold it
Yeah.
there till the hunter gets on site.
Ranging in size from 20 to 27 inches, the Plott is designed to be able to hunt in a wide variety of terrain and excel while doing so. Hind quarters should be balanced with the forequarters. Strong and straight legs lead to thick, well-padded, cat-like feet. As with other coonhound breeds, the conformation of the Plott is designed to minimize the impact of running on a variety of terrain for hours on end. What's that mean? Endurance.
Yeah.
Right? Running,
these dogs definitely got
running
it.
dogs.
And they're usually very big.
Yeah. Without stimulation, however, they become bored and will think of ways to amuse themselves. Because the Plott is extremely prey-driven, he should always be walked on leash. Debatable. But
Well,
let's
you got
say
to get
worked.
off-leash training.
Let's just say worked.
Yeah.
Dog should always be worked.
Get your off-leash training done.
Yeah. Yeah.
They usually have a brindle coat in general, short-haired, so not much grooming needs to happen. But because they're bred for boar, bear, a lot of them do have that aggressive, dominant tendency. So you just got to be aware of that. So that just means when you get a puppy, boom, training immediately. Don't
Right.
wait.
Right.
Because you don't want those types of behaviors to be practiced and take hold. And the first Plott Hound I ever trained was a very aggressive Plott Hound. Great dog, got the training done, no factor. But he came to training as an older dog because of his aggressive problems. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But great dog, big dog. When you get that connection with them, that connect.
Yep.
Right? They definitely got that connection with you. So
And biggest takeaway, American.
America.
We like that.
Yeah. I mean, these dogs are legit, you know? So good to go. Aaron, Rhodesian Ridgeback.
This one's crazy.
Just did one of those too.
Yep. This one's
We
crazy.
basically just did all these
guys.
breeds.
Yeah.
Yep. I think of a guy I trained, you know. But basically Rhodesian Ridgebacks.
Oh, wait
South-
till you hear the background on this one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These dogs
Sucker.
are intense.
National dog of South Africa.
Well, South Africa is a freaking crazy country. They got crazy ass animals there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait till you hear what
Most
this dog
venomous
was
snakes,
doing.
you
Wait
know?
till you hear what this dog was doing.
Give it to us, Aaron.
I'm trying.
Okay.
He's trying. You keep talking.
All right. So we identify this dog with the ridge of the hair on the
Yup.
back. Ridge
Yup.
back. Okay. In the 1800s, a renowned big game hunter selectively bred this dog to produce a hunter with the courage, intelligence, and agility to hold a lion at bay.
Talking
Yeah.
bear. Look,
We're talking about
a
freaking
lion.
legit.
They're getting after
Bro,
it.
that's a lion.
Yeah.
I mean, you think lion?
Dude.
You're like, damn,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're talking king of the jungle.
king of the plains.
And this
Yeah.
dog's like, stand back.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't the lion the king of the plains and the tiger's the king of the jungle?
I think they call a lion king of the jungle, even though it's not in the jungle.
Well, I've seen the Lion King.
Lion king.
I've seen the Lion King.
Well, he
All
was in
right,
the
so
jungle.
Yeah.
the
little bit.
Rhodesian Ridgeback survived in various forms through the years because of superb hunting ability. In addition to trailing and tracking large animals, he was also the protector of game wardens, farm families,
Good
and
God.
hunters throughout South Africa. So,
This dog
Legit.
got after it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's an athletic dog, clean muscled, upstanding, and the smooth in outline. The breed's job as a multi-purpose hound encompasses everything from flushing birds to holding large and dangerous game at bay. You know, making sure the hunters can get to them and then, you know, do what they got to
Dispatch of
do.
them.
Yep. The Rhodesian is quick, agile, light on his feet, intelligent enough to stay out of harm's way, and brave enough to defend its master.
What do you think about this dog holding a lion at bay? You know that lion's gonna.
Yeah,
gonna charge
they
at
got to
him.
move.
So that
gotta juke that
Rhodesian
sucker.
is very agile to jump back as that swipe is coming and
Cut.
jump back. Yeah, cut to the side.
Yeah,
So we're
bob and
talking
weave,
about
baby. Muhammad Ali.
Highly agile. Highly agile.
This is a dog who should be built for endurance with an ability to go all day.
Here we go
long.
again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
you and I trained a Rhodesian together, and he was ready to go at all times. You know,
100%.
little.
Chris just trained one,
Yeah.
which I think those two, if I'm not mistaken, were a little bit smaller than.
Yeah. A little.
I've seen smaller Rhodesians, and then I've seen very large Rhodesians.
Yeah.
I think the larger ones are the original.
I mean, ours was large because he was fat. You know, he was
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
tubby.
He was stubby.
He wasn't going all day
Yeah.
long, but mentally he was.
Right.
All right. So, a deep chest with well-sprung ribs to accommodate the heart and lungs is essential, as they are compact feet with well-arched toes and tough elastic pads. Since this is a hound who hunts, protects, and survives using both sight and scent, both the eyes and nose are important. So you want to make sure the eyes are spaced apart, or I guess a good bred Rhodesian will have spaced eyes. They'll have wide nose canals. The muzzle is deep and long and powerful. And then they have a trot. So effortless and flowing, you know, with that agility and the strength to run. They're just floating through air, you know. They got that.
Effortlessly, yeah.
Yeah. Reach and drive express a perfect balance between power and elegance. And that basically allows for it to power through whatever, that endurance. I mean, can't emphasize enough. So with that being said, living with a Ridgeback, you know, first of all, a reputable breeder if you are going through one. Screening for hip and elbow dysplasia is a big thing, I guess, in these Ridgebacks.
Yeah.
They're athletic, love to run, needs daily mental and physical exercise to keep from becoming bored, a.k.a. training from Canine Revolution to provide mental and physical stimulation.
100%.
Ridgebacks have strong prey drive. If they see it, they're going. So off-leash Ridgebacks should be off leash trained.
That's
you
right.
know,
Mhm.
you know,
That's right, 100%.
taught their boundaries. This is a family member dog. A household dogs prefer sleeping indoors and dividing time between the house and the yard during the day. Grooming, minimal. You know, you want to make sure the toenails are kept in check, but, you know, occasional baths depending on what they're doing day to day.
Mm-hmm.
But especially tackling nail trimming early in the puppyhood, making sure they're comfortable with those nail trims, and you'll pretty much be good to go.
Great dogs overall.
Yeah.
But they do have the potential for that aggressiveness because of what they were bred for, which the one that me and Aaron trained definitely had that. The one you trained recently, did it have
It had some. It was more insecure, but I was gonna say, like you mentioned, guard dogs. Like you see a theme sometimes with the guard dog breeds. They can be sometimes suspicious. I'm not gonna say like automatically insecure, but they can be suspicious of strangers and stuff.
Right,
And I feel like
right.
that could foster some insecurity, especially as a pup. They're just naturally insecurity or naturally suspicious of somebody coming over the house or whatever.
Yeah.
Right,
And it could
right.
foster some insecurity. So
Yeah,
I
for
do
sure.
see that a lot with the Ridgebacks.
Yeah. They're good dogs, but make sure you're ready to get some exercise in because they're
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, there's big ones, there's smaller ones, based on their bloodlines these days. So, all right, guys. So today, what we're going to be doing, we had planned out going through a bunch of breeds, but as we're getting into these, you know, I think the conversation is good as far as getting into some of the detail on these more popular breeds, and we got a lot more we want to go through. So we don't want to shortchange any breed discussions. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to take this podcast we planned out, we're going to break it up into another podcast or another two. That way you, the listener, also don't get burnt out trying to listen to 5 hours of breeds, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to end today's podcast here. We've covered the main breeds of the sporting group. We've covered the main breeds of the hound group, okay? In our upcoming podcasts, which we have a podcast guest coming on next, and then we'll get back into the breeds. We'll do the working group, the terrier group, the toy group, the non-sporting group, and the herding group. So all good groups, all good discussions. I hope you're taking getting some good information from this discussion, because I know when we reviewed this as dog trainers, a lot of things start clicking, making sense when you think about the breeds, their origins. And I think it's also just interesting to know the origins of the breed, right? So today we're going to end it here. But with that being said, you know we got to talk about our affiliates.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know we got to talk about our affiliates, and we know that you're hardcore if you listen to us talk about our affiliates, or you can turn it off right here, right? That's up to you.
No, you can't.
I mean, you're missing free promotion.
You're missing
You might want to stay tuned in.
you're missing the the good shit. You're missing some good shit, not all the good shit, because we already talked about good shit, but you're missing more good shit. I mean, we already talked about wieners today.
Yeah.
You know, everyone likes talking about wieners, right?
There might be more wiener talk, so stay tuned, you know?
Good Lord.
All right, so our first affiliate, Canine Revolution Dog Training, right? You know it. Nationally recognized. Servicing dogs all over the country. It's in the book even, right? Several times. You can reach out to us if you need some training or you have a question. Our email is info@caninerevolutiondogtraining.com. Our phone number is 843-213-2676. We've been getting a lot of messages on social media from people all around the United States and internationally. We do have virtual consultations. So what we can do is we can get on a Zoom call with you, a Google Meet call, a phone call, whatever your preference is, and we can consult with you about what to do with your dog, right? We have virtual lessons as well if you want an ongoing meeting with us to provide you guidance on what to do with your dog. If you're not able, or if you're not able to get your dog to us, or if there's budget constraints to that, you know, that could be a good option for you. We also have board and train programs. We have private lessons if you're in our area, okay, in South Carolina, which we know the Boykin is the South Carolina dog, right? We learned that today, if you didn't know. So Canine Revolution Dog Training, let us know what you need, right?
Also, on the topic of what we talked about today, if you're looking for a dog, we've got a running breed list that
That's
we keep.
right.
Maybe you want a good vetted breeder. We keep a running list of that.
Right.
I got a fresh Basset Hound breeder that we're adding to the list. So
Good
if
to
you need
go.
some Basset Hounds, you let us know.
If you are a breeder and you're listening and you want us to add you to our list, yeah, that's a conversation we'll have to have.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're only going to recommend breeders that are doing the legit breeding.
Yeah.
We're not going to recommend a breeder that's just in it for monetary concerns, right?
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, you're not making that much money as a breeder.
Yeah.
You know, because of everything you're putting into the dogs. Most breeders that are legit are doing it because of the love of the breed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our next affiliate is Canine Revolution Apparel. So you can go to Amazon. You can click the link below and get you a Canine Revolution logo shirt. Get you a good to go shirt. It's summertime. You can get you a tank top, Iron Revolution tank top. Get you a mug, whatever you need, right? It's all on there. So check that out. We're also affiliated with We Feed Raw. We talked a little bit today. I don't remember what dog specifically said diet, but
Basset.
every dog,
The Basset.
but every dog should have an optimal diet. Optimal diet we know is the raw diet, right? We know that the wolf is the ancestor to the dog, right? We didn't talk about how dogs were bred down today. They do go into that detail in the book here, but you know, it starts at the wolf and then it slowly over time, different breeds are from different types of breeding. So we know that the dog's ancestor is the wolf. We know that raw diet is the optimal diet for a dog. So you can go to wefeedraw.com, use the discount code, all capitalized, Canine Revolution. That'll get you 25% off a meal plan. You will see differences with your dogs.
100%.
You will see differences, right? Me, for example, one of my dogs, my older dog, has DCM, which is a heart disease. And there's improvements in the disease because she's on the 100% raw diet. My other two dogs, my Dobermans, two Dobermans. You know, I've got some budgetary concerns, so half kibble, half raw for them, but still seeing, you know, improvements in them, their coats, their youth, right? It's like a longevity drug for them, right? Having that optimal diet. So check it out, wefeedraw.com. You guys will be good to go, okay? I got mine on the red meat plan.
Oh, yeah. That's
Red
the best way to go.
Venison, lamb, beef.
I eat it. They eat it.
They love it.
We're good.
I mean, you can eat it.
It's very edible.
You can eat it. It's good to go. It's human grade.
It's fine. You can eat it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, next up we got Canine Super Supplements, caninesupersupplements.com. All right, and this is what you're going to add to your dog's food to fill in any gaps in their diet, right? Even on a raw diet, I would get the joint support supplement added in there. That way you have some extra support for the joints for the dog, right? Longevity, that's what we're talking about, right? So caninesupersupplements.com, discount code Canine Revolution gets you 15% off. These are not bullshit supplements. These are legit supplements. That's why we affiliated with them. It's got things like powdered bone broth in there, right?
Yeah.
You ain't got to mess with the sloppy liquid bone broth. You got the scoop. What, Aaron? Sloppy liquid. You know, you don't want to spill it.
Yeah.
You know,
But if you do,
if you do, whatever, your dog
dogs
will
will
lick
lick
it
it
up, right? You get your powdered, you scoop it, boom, put it in their food.
No factor.
Mix it with the We Feed Raw, mix it with the kibble, whatever you're feeding, boom, good to go. Now you're getting those nutrients to your dog. So definitely a game changer, right? caninesupersupplements.com, discount code Canine Revolution. All right, last but not least, we got Jocko Fuel, which we know is hard work, clean fuel, no excuses. So why are you making excuses for yourself to be on a bad diet? Why are you making excuses for yourself to be taking shit supplements as a human?
Holy crap, he's
I mean,
getting amped.
I'm just telling the truth here.
Oh.
Am I telling the truth?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Am I telling the truth or
you
not?
definitely ain't lying.
You know what? Ben let me down yesterday.
He had a monster.
Yeah.
I saw
He
it.
had a monster. That was bullshit.
I saw it.
That was bullshit, right? He could have got the Jocko Fuel. He got a fucking monster.
Well, we've been told there's going to be a Jocko vending machine.
Yeah, well,
And
that's in the
still-
new
I'm
facility.
still
Hey,
waiting.
they
That's in
are
the new
they are in
facility.
Harris
I
Teeter.
mean,
Let me tell you what I did the other day.
Okay.
I'm driving. I didn't have time to make my lunch. You know, so there are times you got to go to the gas station.
Yeah.
Hunt Brothers Pizza.
Good choice.
The gas station I went to, I was like, dude, I need an energy drink. I'm down.
Uh-huh.
I'm down. All they had, Monster, Red Bull. Weakness came in. I got the Monster. I grabbed the white
No, you
Monster.
didn't.
Yes, I did. Hold on now. I bought a white Monster.
Okay.
I get in my car. I crack it. I knew in my head. I'm like, I shouldn't do this.
Right.
I said, but I need
You
the
knew you
energy.
were
I
hurting
need
yourself.
it. I took a sip, and I immediately spat it out. I
Good.
threw it on the ground. I
Good.
drove to Harris Teeter and got me a go.
Good.
And I was
you
good to go.
wasted your money
Good.
like that?
Yeah, I did.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's worth it to not hurt yourself.
You made a whole spectacle of yourself.
Yeah, I did. Well, it was a battle. I was in a mental battle. I almost gave into weakness, and then I thought about,
I mean, but the pizza's fine?
Well, Hunt Brothers, yeah.
Well.
It's okay.
Well,
It's got the food
Is it
pyramid.
in the macros? Is it in the macros?
It's
Is
got
is
the
it
food
every day,
pyramid.
or is
Just
it once
wondering.
every once in
It's
a while?
once every once in a while.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm just wondering.
So it's every.
Once every once in a while. It's got pizza. Pizza does have all the food groups in it, and it is shaped like the food pyramid.
Especially the gas station one.
You know, the slice. It's shaped like the pyramid.
Well, hey, here's the deal.
So-
Even if you have a pizza, you're still taking your Jocko Fuel greens,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
filling the gaps.
I
in
still
your
have my
pizza diet,
supplements.
right?
I had my milk. I had my greens that morning. I could take a
Listen,
slice of Hunt's
Here's the
Brothers
thing about pizza. Pizza doesn't have enough.
Shaped like the food pyramid.
Pizza doesn't have enough protein in it, so if you eat a pizza, you just drink a milk, and now you're even good to go.
Or you get the sausage pizza from Hunt Brothers Pizza. And it's
Still
got a little
doesn't
bit
have
of
enough protein, so you get the milk too, right? So either way, Jocko Fuel's got you covered.
I mean, but you're going to Hair Cedar. You might as well just get a nice.
I might as well have, but the point is,
Okay, sorry.
I got my Jocko Go,
You-
and
it
I
sounds like you
shit canned
failed.
the
Sounds-
monster.
It sounds like you failed the plan.
No. Well, the plan was weakness, and I did not fail that
Right,
plan.
right. You don't want to have excuses.
Yeah.
You don't want no excuses.
Okay, yeah, good job, Chris. Good job.
All right, so back on track here about Jocko Fuel. Let me just tell you a little bit about Jocko Fuel. If you need protein, they got it. It's milk, which they got the new cookie and cream milk.
I still
Have you
haven't
guys had
tried it. I might need to come get a scoop from
Ben
you.
has it.
You haven't ordered it?
No,
You don't
I
have
thought
it?
you ordered it.
no,
Oh,
I
is
gotta
it?
wait. Wait
Well,
till
I've
the
got the
budget lines
cookies.
up next
I've
month.
got
To
the
it.
cookie and cream, and it's fucking good.
I just wait for every time I get a little piece of that cookie.
Oh yeah.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
good.
good.
Can't wait.
They also got the milk ready to drink if that's what you're into, which is the the protein drinks that are already in a bottle. Just
Also
pop
at
it,
Harris Teeter, I
drink
got some of those while I was there.
it. You got the energy drinks, the Jocko Go. Got the greens, right, to fill in those micronutrient
Ben
gaps.
can't get through these affiliate links.
They got the creatine.
Probably because he's on a monster
They
right
got
now.
everything. All right. They got everything. Everything you need. Also, one thing you forgot that you need. What's the matter, Ben? Dude, he's losing it, bro. He's losing it. You forgot that you need fish oil. But here's the deal. Krill oil is better for you. But if you don't like krill oil, you need the fish oil. Jocko Fuel has both options. Okay? Anyway, let me tell a quick story. Okay?
Oh.
So, I've been
lost
recovering from ACL reconstruction surgery. And so every day, staple of my day, Jocko Fuel white tea. Jocko Fuel white tea. And I'm seeing drastic improvement in my recovery because that white tea is legit. All right?
White tea's good.
What the hell, dude?
I don't know.
I'm getting that white tea, right? I double bag it.
You were a double banger, huh?
I double bag my white tea.
Oh
Yeah.
shoot!
Put both tea bags in there, right?
Yeah.
Then when that tea's brewed, I get my collagen. I put my collagen in there.
Nice.
Mix it all up, drink it.
Nice.
I feel freaking good.
Nice.
Okay, that white tea makes a big difference. So, also when I'm sick, which I haven't been sick in a long time, because I'm taking that Cold War when I feel like something's coming on. Which also another story.
I feel like I'm missing out on something.
Another story. Ben was sick last week or this week or whatever. Guess what? Monday this week. Today's Friday of the week. Monday this week he's sick. I'm like, you know what? I'll give you a bottle of Cold War. Go to my pantry. Got a bottle of Cold War not opened. Hand it to him. Boom. He's good to go within a day.
He also traveled.
Good
Had
to go
he
within
taken
the
that
day.
Cold War prior to the travel, he probably
Right.
would have been good to go.
He'd been good to go. Which you're supposed to take it as you start traveling.
Yeah.
Right? So that your immunity is boosted during those times. Anyway, just making sure you guys know, Jocko Fuel is good to go. Here to
Bro,
support you.
hydration? You're not going to talk
Oh,
about
dude,
that, dude? The
new
new one?
Hydrate drink?
Dude.
What flavor are you into?
I like the lemon lime.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm liking
Big fan.
the blue raspberry. But if you don't want
Dude.
caffeine, but you want that extra hydrated
Yeah.
boost, you grab one of those. It's ready
You
to
could
drink.
get bullshit Gatorade. Or
Well, Gatorade's bullshit.
that's what
And
I
it's
said.
got some shit in it that you don't want.
Yeah.
Sucralose.
It's
Artificial
got bullshit
sweetener.
in it. you get that hydrate. What color is that hydrate? You dumped it out yet? Freaking clear.
It's
No
clear.
no
There's
additive
no
colors.
bullshit. It's got the good sweetener in it, which is the natural sweetener.
And it's good.
And it's fucking good.
It's so good.
And it's good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Aaron, have you had one yet?
No,
I'll get you one.
Yeah.
I got the blue raspberry.
that's what I like.
Yeah.
Although I will say, tried some new Go flavors for me.
Mm.
Pineapple, coconut.
Yes.
That one's not bad.
No, that one's good.
Mango,
That's
passion
possibly their
fruit.
best one.
Mango, that's what I just had.
No,
Yeah,
no,
mango's
no,
good.
no, no.
That's like my
It's
That's
like
the old. That's the old
no,
one.
This is the old school.
Yeah, no.
The new and improved one.
This is the
Mango
old one.
passion fruit.
Yeah, that's what this is.
Oh,
This
that
is
is?
the old version.
That's the old formula.
Before they did the new formulas.
Oh, I see. Well, that one's all right. Pineapple coconut.
Pineapple coconut's where it's at.
I like the fruit flavors in the morning. So like my mango is my morning drink. If I'm drinking one in the morning, if I drink in the afternoon, I want that iced tea,
Yeah.
sweet tea.
Yeah,
lemon.
I can get
what
with
I
that.
really want is a blue raspberry all the time.
Those are good.
Those are good too.
I mean, that's how you get the energy drink,
Yeah.
that stereotypical taste.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You stop
I have
playing
the
around.
Blue Raz pre-workout. That gets you where you need to
That's
go.
good.
That
Didn't he have
gets
like
you.
a red, white, and blue one at one point?
Yeah,
That was,
it's like the
something.
popsicle. What's
Oh,
that? What do you call
yeah.
those things?
Yeah.
He needs to bring that back.
All right, guys. So Jocko
Sorry.
Fuel, obviously, it's good to go for you. Good to go for everybody. All right, so get on there.
We get amped.
Discount code is Canine Revolution. You will get amped when you're on the Jocko Fuel, and you will be at your peak optimal performance. All right. Don't forget, check out the Canine Revolution Dog Training YouTube channel. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you need to see. Check out the Pack Talk Podcast YouTube channel. Remember, your dog is still a dog no matter what breed it is. The breed history allows us to understand some of the unique characteristics of the dog and what dogs potentially might need particular attention to that others may not need, right? But I find all the breeds interesting. I like knowing their background, knowing what they originally were bred for. Obviously, a lot of them are not doing these things anymore, but it still gives us a good genetic stock of the dog. So appreciate you guys listening. Thanks for your support. And until next time, this is Pack Talk Podcast. Out.